all deceived by those who packaged General Buhari to us as a man of honor and integrity.
Incorruptible.
Yes. And little did we know that we were actually being sold a dummy.
Wait, he said they sell on a dummy.
They sold a dummy to Nigerians. During his era as a military head of state, it wasn't even the one in charge. It was Idiagbon, late of blessed memory. He had 8 years, 8 whole years to prove himself to Nigerians. Savior, Nigerians were looking forward to. But, you can't give what you don't have.
If he didn't, they didn't they.
Honestly, you can't give what you don't have. And this is a problem with our political class. These people don't have names. Why is it that when something goes wrong in this country, we don't get those culprits and punish them? That is why when you see a politician that has fallen out, is not allowed to enjoy the largesse of being a politician, you hear him saying, if I open my mouth, open your mouth, dirty day inside.
Yeah.
I've been a sugar inside mouth. Open your mouth and tell us what you want to tell us. Don't be
so people like Aerofine, if you say
they are gaslighting Nigerians.
Hey.
So if you have something to say, you should have the courage to say it. Why hide the name of these persons? And that's the same thing your National Security Advisor did. Armed robbers that have been sentenced to death and some are waiting trial were released to go and commit robbery.
Prison warders, they release them, made a good thief finish.
So what kind of country are we running?
Oh.
And then we keep talking about armed bandits, we keep talking about armed robbers, and I keep asking one question nobody has answered. These so-called headsmen that have refused to be identified as terrorists and bandits that go about with AK-47 shooting people, how did they learn how to use the gun?
Hey.
How did they learn how to use the gun? Is it that, is it that anybody can use AK-47?
So guys, insecurity is the one issue we have in Nigeria, and then everybody is pretending to be working against insecurities or planning a way to stop it. But the question is, who gives them those arms? Who gives them, who sponsors the bandits? Because somebody must have taught them how to shoot. Somebody must have given them those rifles and those guns they are using. Then the question is, who is the person causing these insecurities, or who is funding these bandits? But I like guys to watch this video now. This video I'm going to play now. Watch it to the end and you can hear your views. But my question goes, how the hell did 178,459 rifles lost during Buhari's tenure? Where did the rifles go to? Who stole the rifles, or who did they give the rifles to? And don't forget that if you're watching this video, add your view in the comment section. I'd like to get your own point of view about this video now. You are about to watch now in the comment section. I'll do see you guys in a minute.
When we were all told a lie, when we were all deceived by those who packaged Major General Buhari to us as a man of honor and integrity.
Incorruptible.
Yes. And, we bought it and we all came out and said, oh, this man is going to take Nigeria to El Dorado. And this man is going to do a lot of things that has, bedeviled Nigeria. He was going to put things right. Little did we know that we were actually being sold a dummy.
Wait, he said they sell on a dummy.
They sold a dummy to Nigerians. It now resonates to the fact that during his era as a military head of state, it wasn't even the one in charge. It was Idiagbon, late of blessed memory. So with all of that, he had 8 years, 8 whole years to prove himself to Nigerians, to show Nigerians that, yes, he is that savior Nigerians were looking forward to. But, you can't give what you don't have.
If he didn't, they didn't they.
Honestly, you can't give what you don't have. And this is a problem with our political class. Once they're out of power, they don't add value to their lives. They don't go back to school.
They don't upgrade
themselves. And then they come back. Somebody coming from the 1960s and want to rule in 2025. We have modernization, we have technology, we have science, we have everything. We're in a world where IT is what rules. So how can somebody who does not even understand what a computer is be the one to explain it to you. So, coming back to where we are as a nation, it is so shameful that we talk about issues, but we don't follow them to logic conclusion.
And so this matter of these firearms now, was it a surprise to you to know that this has happened? That
No,
the firearms didn't give police, most of them they missing, or large number of them.
No, I am not
missing, and
surprised
nobody accounts to
because
them.
when the NSA came out and said that police officers, you said security personnel are giving out arms to bandits and kidnappers. I asked the question: these people, don't they have names? Why is it that when something goes wrong in this country, we don't get those culprits and punish them? That is why when you see a politician that has fallen out or is not allowed to enjoy the largesse of being a politician, you hear him saying, "If I open my mouth, open your mouth, dirty day inside."
Yeah.
I've been asked to carry inside mouth. Open your mouth and tell us what you want to tell us. Don't be
So
gaslighting
people like
us.
Aerofine, now, if you say
They are gaslighting Nigerians.
Hey.
So if you have something to say, you should have the courage to say it. If you recall also, when Rocha was threatened, when his second term ambition was threatened, he said, "If I open my mouth, Nigeria will boil." Up to today, that mouth has not been opened. And there are quite a number of them like that. So if there's an issue, you think you're a patriotic Nigerian, you believe that you're accountable to the people, and there's a situation, why hide the name of these persons? And that's the same thing your National Security Advisor did. If you've been following the news, you hear that, I think it was a few days back in one of the newspapers, at one of the dailies, they said that armed robbers that have been sentenced to death and some are waiting trial were released to go and commit robbery.
Prison warders, they release them, make them go thief, finish,
so
come back again.
what kind of country
Enter
are we
prison.
running?
Oh.
And then we keep talking about armed bandits, we keep talking about armed robbers, and I keep asking one question nobody has answered. These so-called headsmen that have refused to be identified as terrorists and bandits that go about with AK-47 shooting people, how did they learn how to use the gun?
Hey.
How did they learn how to use the gun? Is it that, is it that anybody can use AK-47? So there's a lot that is wrong in this country. A lot. And our security agencies are culpable.
All right, so it was a bit shocking. In fact, the AIG really not get specific answer to most of these questions. But it is very embarrassing. See, as a nation, Nigeria will not give account of our own ammunitions them. And this is a country that is battling with insecurity.
You cannot give account of the arms and ammunitions because you cannot give account of Nigerians.
Yeah.
How many are Nigerians?
Okay.
You heard the number of people from Niger that have your NIN. Meanwhile, bona fide citizens of this country don't have NIN. Bona fide citizens of this country don't have voters card. Bona fide citizens of this country don't have driver's license. But foreigners have them. So what is going on?
Okay, so very quickly, the House Committee, the appropriate House Committee also invite the comptroller of customs, make it come explain why, because they receive a petition say so many people then when they inside customs, so if they say don't reach the age of retirement, they didn't agree to retire. People gonna say, wait a minute, not only a guy better Google Pay enjoy better thing. Should be them do law to amend the Police Act so that he no go retire even though he don't reach time to retire. So why not make the thing go round? Remember, some people with the fear say that thing or that act, the police amendment of the Police Act may set a bad precedent. We go scatter the civil service, or we go, make things go wrong. So if you say I wasn't the play out, or not just within only happen since, maybe this one just may come to the news.
No, to a large extent, this government is not being sincere to Nigerians. Mr. President is no longer the Democrat that a lot of us believed he was. We're seeing a different kind of president. We're seeing a president that is tilting towards autocratic governance, towards dictatorship. If you ask me, I would say that the current Inspector General of Police ought to have honorably resigned.
Mm.
A law was made when his tenure is almost done to favor him. It is bad precedence. Even within the police force now, officers that are due for retirement are refusing to go.
Yes. Yes.
So, in other words, the presidency and those who are advising him, they have created a problem. Because very soon, the military will join. And you know that will lead into a more serious chaos.
All right, so make I just give Nigerians some updates. Well, I hear so the national grid don't collapse again, so make on no worry in case you know see light, make you know say that the case be that. And just in case you're worried about the on a new tax bill or tax reform bill, don't worry, don't skip second reading. By the time you know, they go finalize them, can go give president sharp, you go accent them. Would you like to say something about that quickly?
Well, everybody was talking about the tax bill, and then in between, heard that it is a rumor. It has not been confirmed. I hope it is not true that your CBN governor has 2 consultants earning more than even himself.
One earning 50 million naira, the other one earning 35 million naira monthly,
and they are both earning salaries that could pay that of. If you add the 2 salaries together, you're looking at about 20 to 30 directors. So, I don't really know why Mr. President has brought people who seem to have been in hunger all this while. Like somebody will say, we'll go to bed empty hunger. It appears that those working for Mr. President just woke up from sleep and they have been empty hunger. Now they want to eat and swallow.
Are you saying that you don't have faith or confidence in the tax reform bills, or no matter?
For me, I believe that the first thing first that I had expected this presidency to do to reform is electoral law.
And not tax.
Okay. Reform the electoral law. Look at the issue of injustice going on in the country, especially with the Southeast. Correct it. If you have 6 zones, each of the zones should have the same number of states, the same number of local governments, so that when it comes to time of voting or the time of sharing resources of this country, it is distributed equally.
So they could just be evenly shared.
Tomorrow we are talking about insecurities, that the federal government are not doing anything because they cannot do anything about insecurities. They are even the ones causing insecurities. How the hell did that amount of rifles lost in Buhari's regime? And in that regime, it has been known that they gave a lot of money for insecurities to be done in Nigeria during the time of Buhari. But at the end of the day, we are hearing this amount of rifles that was stolen or that was lost during his tenure. Who and who we are the ones that stole, or who did they give the rifles to? Because this is not alarming. And this thing brings me down to the issue of road checkpoints we have in the Southeast. From this distance to this distance, we have lots of checkpoints, but with the same road we are hearing about kidnapping. Does that mean that the kidnappers are not afraid of the Nigerian police or Nigerian army? That in the same road where they have checkpoints, they will still carry out their operation, and the police and the army will not do anything because they know what is going on. They know what is going on. That's why they are not doing anything about it. How can somebody go missing and the police and the army will not even do anything? And then we have lots of people that have been kidnapped, paid, ransom paid. Then who and who are sending those bandits to get those ransom, and who is sharing those funds with the bandits? These are the questions that we need to be asking ourselves in our country, Nigeria, because we are deceiving ourselves talking about fighting insecurities, whereas we know the main issues, or we know those that are funding these insecurities happening in Nigeria, which does not make any sense and brings me down to that question I asked: how did that amount of rifles get lost during time of Buhari, and yet his time they gave you a lot of money to fight insecurities, but here we are hearing that this amount of rifles were stolen, and at the same time the bandits are getting equipped with rifles and arms. Then what is happening in the country? Who is sponsoring who and who is not sponsoring who? I'll see you guys in my next video. As all of you in the comment section, see you guys in my next video.